Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome you to a new episode of the Did You Know series, this one of course featuring Caitlyn. Don't forget to throw in a like if you do end up enjoying this video. But let's go straight into her abilities. Caitlyn's passive simply adds damage to her next attack, meaning lifesteal will work. However, critical strikes will not take in the bonus damage of headshot, meaning it will simply critically strike the normal auto attack damage and then add the bonus damage of headshot on top of it. Caitlyn cannot charge her passive when attacking structures like turrets, but apparently on wards she can. On the flip side, it will not consume the charged up stack if you attack a turret or a ward. On the other hand, if she attacks with her passive activated, someone like Pantheon while he's blocking, Fiora when she's parrying, Jax while he's dodging, or Teemo when he blinded her, the passive shot will be wasted. Running Runan's Hurricane on Caitlyn will increase the speed at which Caitlyn can charge her passive, though it will only apply the passive shot damage to the main target. Caitlyn's Q ability deals less damage per target it passes through, which means hitting a spell shielded target will not only block the spell, but it will still count towards reducing the damage on Q. Caitlyn's Q ability, her W the trap, her E the snare with the slow, and even her ultimate can all be spell shielded. Caitlyn's trap can also be used to quickly scout an area, as it reveals for a brief second everything within that area it is used on. Unlike Nidalee's traps, you can see Caitlyn's traps within the brushes, therefore it is pretty common to place it at the front of a brush, giving no time for the enemy to react when walking in. Caitlyn's E ability can be used to pass through terrain, such as walls and even structures. A common trick with Caitlyn is to first use her E and follow up with the Q right after for the slow, escape, and damage combo. Once locked on, there is nothing to stop the bullet from firing towards the target other than 1. Cancelling Caitlyn's channeling time, 2. Becoming invulnerable, or 3. Spell shielding it. But on the flip side, you can also use something like Zhonya's to cancel the initial startup portion of her ultimate, putting it on a 5-second cooldown. If the bullet from Caitlyn's ultimate fires and the target either 1. Dies or becomes invulnerable while the bullet is already mid-flight, it will still make its way to the target, it can still hit other enemies, and the ability will still go on cooldown. Going into stealth while you are already locked on by Caitlyn's ultimate will have no effect, and the bullet will still find its way to you and hit you, unless an ally of course intercepts it. Alright guys, let us go into some cool facts and lore about Caitlyn. Did you know that Caitlyn was designed by a familiar name in this series, Ezreal, who also made champions such as Kog'Maw, Sona, Jax, Rammus, and even helped work on the map Dominion. In the year of 2011, Caitlyn was the first champion that was released. Did you know that Vi is Caitlyn's partner to fight crime, and whenever the two are in a game together on the same team, they get a passive which says, "On the case, Piltover's finest," which gives both of them an additional gold for every kill and assist that they make together. On the flip side, however, whenever Caitlyn is playing against a Jinx on the enemy team of course, she gets a debuff that says, "Catch me if you can," and she gets +1 gold every time she kills Jinx. Within the Mac launch video, you can see Caitlyn's rifle and even her trap at certain points of that video. Let's go into Caitlyn's lore. The city of Piltover has a very low crime rate thanks to Caitlyn. However, in the earlier days, thieves loved doing mischief things within the city, due to the many valuable resources within. Caitlyn is the daughter of a wealthy statesman and pioneering hextech researcher, and at the age of 14, she snuck out of her house and tracked down a band of muggers who robbed her father. From this, Caitlyn began her work, and her parents, after realizing they cannot stop her, helped her with her devices. She single-handedly defeated criminals in Piltover and began making a name for herself, though soon Demacia requested her services to track down a high-profile thief who always left a card with an ornate C at the scene of the crime, making this person Kate's arch-nemesis. She joined the league to own her skills and to eventually catch the one and only burglar to ever evade her. Caitlyn's trap seems to be a bear trap that has a cupcake on it, hence why it is sometimes referred to as cupcakes. Did you know that Caitlyn has the longest base auto attack range of 650, and it is only surpassed by a level 13 plus Tristana thanks to her passive, and Jinx with a max Q while being in rocket form. Iron Stylus, a senior concept artist at Riot, mentioned how when Caitlyn gets her visual update, she'll have a traditional skin to make her look more consistent along with Vi, Jace, and Jinx. And this is the artwork he showed as an example. Caitlyn's quote,
"Meet the long gun of the law,"
is a pun on the phrase, long arm of the law. Her other quote,
"Wanna see a hat trick?"
is probably a double entendre, meaning a hat trick in Magic where something is magically pulled out of a hat, and a hat trick in sports where a player gets 3 goals, scores, etc. Caitlyn's other quote,
"Boom. Headshot,"
can refer to an episode from the Pure Ponage series, specifically featuring FPS Doug, how he always yells boom headshot while playing Counter-Strike. Or on the other hand, it may also reference the sniper from Team Fortress 2 in his Meet the Sniper video. Caitlyn's classic skin seems to heavily resemble Mad Moxie from Borderlands. Safari Caitlyn refers to the African safaris, but also to the internet browser, Safari. This skin also shares a theme with Explorer Ezreal, Chrome Rammus, and Foxfire Ahri, each of course referring to their respective internet browser. Resistance Caitlyn seems somewhat similar to Natasha Volkova from the Red Alert 3 video game. This skin also shares a theme with Special Forces Gangplank. Arctic Warfare Caitlyn could be a reference to the Arctic Warfare snipers made by Accuracy International. Initially, this skin was a gift to people who bought the PC Gamer US November 2011 issue. As well, it may be paying homage to Simo Haya, a name I'm probably pronouncing correctly, who was a Finnish sniper who killed over 500 Russian soldiers over 100 days during Russia's invasion over Finland in 1939 to 1940. Officer Caitlyn shares a theme with Vi. Headhunter Caitlyn, an upcoming skin, references to Predator and shares a theme with Rengar, Nidalee, and Master Yi. Alright guys, that unfortunately does mark the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Caitlyn. If you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to throw in a like down below and share it with your friends. I'd also appreciate it if you guys can follow me on my social medias, Facebook and Twitter. Description below contains the links. And definitely check out my sponsor Skins for LOL, and you can use the code Redmercy to get a discount on the skins you purchase. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Peace!